Jail is where you are before you go to prison, before you're convicted of a crime. Prison is where you go to serve a sentence.
So you're in a local jail.
Dallas County Jail.
And you meet this guy, Mr. Jackson.
Well, I call him Mr. Jackson because I didn't. His real name was Muhammad.
Right.
Well, that's the only name I knew him by. Muhammad was his name. Older black Muslim man from the streets of Dallas. Couldn't be more different than this white middle class Catholic guy from Port Arthur, Texas. Right. Mm-hmm. He's young. I mean, he's older. I'm younger. He's black. I'm white. He's Muslim. I'm a Christian. We couldn't be more different if we tried. But I would say more along the lines, Ken, he met me.
Yeah.
He found me in Dallas County Jail.
Well, you've written a book that's become a wild bestseller. It's created, enormous success as you speak to all different types of organizations. But we got to tell it briefly.
Yeah.
He drops a metaphor on you of the coffee bean, and it really resonates with you. Share the metaphor with us.
So he's explaining prison to me. And he's like, my mom and my dad made me promise I wouldn't get into a gang in prison. I wouldn't get any tattoos. I mean, that's why you don't see any ink on me. I don't look like I've been to prison physically.
Right.
But he's telling me, look, everybody gets into a gang in there. Races run everything. He said, prison's all about race. Everybody breaks on their own racial group. So he said, you're going against the grain on all that, and you're going to be up against a lot. You're going to fight everybody in there. You'll fight the white gangs first, and you'll fight the black gangs. If you survive this, you'll earn the right to walk alone. But he's telling me things like, you don't have to win all your fights, but you do have to fight all your fights. Some days you win, some days you lose. Just show up for the fight. And violence is the only language everybody speaks in a maximum security at level 5. And I say level 5 because that's a distinction. A level 5 prison is the highest security level prison there is. Right. That's their max. That's where people with life sentences go. Yeah. That's where your life without paroles live. I live with life without parole people in my building. It's the hardest kind of prison there is. Right. And in Texas, they separate life sentences out from other people. So you have a life sentence in Texas, you don't live with general population, you live with lifers. And he's telling me, man, you're going to the hardest environment there is. And he sees the fear in my eyes, and that's when he says, hey, listen, let me break it down for you a different way. He said, I want you to imagine prison as a pot of boiling water. He said, you're going to have 3 choices how you want to respond to your pot of boiling water. He said, you can be like a carrot that goes in hard but becomes softened by the water. You can be like an egg that has a soft liquid inside, but in that hot water, that boiling water, the inside becomes hardened, like a hard-boiled egg. Or you can be like a coffee bean that changes the water to coffee. And he said the coffee bean's the only thing that'll change the water because it's the change agent. If you want to come back as someone your parents recognize, you got to be like a coffee bean. In fact, the last words he ever said to me, Ken, this is the summer of 2009, the actual prison bus is there to come pick me up to go serve a life sentence in prison. His last 4 words to me, be a coffee bean. And those 4 words were literally empowering. They put the power back inside me, like the message of the coffee bean. The power was inside the coffee bean to change the water around the coffee bean. And if the power's inside me, I can change the prison around me. But it sounds good on paper, but in theory, in practice.
Yeah, you still got to jump into this new environment.
You still got to do
You're watching your back all the time.
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to get right back to our conversation, but when you're chasing your dreams, I don't want you to let bad sleep hold you back. Avocado Green Mattress has customizable options based on your sleep style, and they make their mattresses with certified organic materials for clean, breathable comfort that helps you stay cooler and sleep better throughout the night. So you wake up rested and ready to go. Head to avocadogreenmattress.com/Ken for $50 off with code KEN50. Avocado. Dream of better. Talk to us about the first fight that you had to encounter. Was it right away?
Yeah, and that's one of the things he gave me as a heads up. He told me how it was going to go down. And this guy's been in and out of prison his entire life. He's like a walking teacher, So he's like, hey, listen, when you walk in the door, you're going to be approached first. You'll be approached first by a white guy because you're white. And he said the first guy's going to approach you. He's not a threat to you. He's just an information gatherer. He's a scout. He'll ask you one relevant question in this first conversation. He's going to ask you what gang you want to be a part of. And he said, get him out of your face as fast as you can, and then get your head on a swivel and get ready. He said, because the second guy coming up to you, he's not coming to talk to you. He's coming to hurt you. He's the enforcer. He said, when the second guy gets to the range of you, put your fist in his mouth. He said, hit the second guy as hard as you can, get the jump on the first fight. It happened just like that, Ken. So I get to prison. I walk in the door. First guy comes up. He wants to know what gang I'm a part of. I'm like, man, I'm here with God. He's like, man, God's not here, but we're here. We're going to come get you. He goes up the stairwell. 5 minutes later, the biggest Aryan Brotherhood guy in the pod is coming at me. And man, when he gets within range, I light him up. I hit him in the mouth as hard as I can. And he looks at me and he smiles.
Right.
And then he beats me from one side of the day room to the other. I mean, just mops the floor. And it takes about 20 seconds before the fight's over. That's it, man.
I want you to encourage professionals and leaders who want to win. They're hungry. They want to get better. There's got to be a really great lesson, and I know you've taught on it. Give us something on this idea of we don't have to win every fight. Because the context you give it to us, we're just like, whoa, that's crazy, right? I'd probably suck my thumb and get in a fetal position if I'm being honest. What do we learn from that lesson that Muhammad gave you? You don't have to win every fight, but you do have to fight it. Give us context as professionals and leaders.
People are going to watch you to see how you respond to pressure. They want to see if you're going to get back up. And that's what I think, just like he said in prison, they're not watching to see if you win. No one keeps track of your wins and losses, Ken. No one even knows the real number but you. It's inside your head. But everybody's watching to see if you're going to get back up. And I think that if you want to win in life, you just got to get up. Because if you get up, you got a chance at something, right? But getting up can mean getting up in the day and putting one foot in front of the other. That's a win for the day. Chalk that up as a W, right? You got up the next day, you start over again. Life is hard. Life is tough.
That's a fight right there.
Yeah, that's a fight right there.
To get to the end of the day.
And it was that shift of mindset. The next day I get up, I wake up with gratitude. And I look up at the ceiling in my cell, and I'm like, all right, God, thanks for my opportunity today. And it's that simple shift of mindset that allowed me to go out and get up every single day and face the day in front of me. And, I would say also for professionals out there, and this is the spiritual component of it, you got to understand what you control and what you don't control in life. And I think there's really only 4 things you can control in life. And this is like from me being locked up in a prison. You control what you think, what you say, what you feel, and what you do. What you think, what you say, what you feel, and what you do. And if it's not one of those 4 things, you don't have control over it. So if you don't have control, who does? That's a spiritual realm, right? God controls the other things. But if you can focus yourself on those 4 things, now you're investing your time, which is the most precious resource you have, because once that stuff is gone, it's gone for good. All the money in the world won't buy one more second of time. But now if you focus your time on the things you can actually impact, the things you can change, the things you can control, you can watch your life take off.
Yeah.
And that's what I had to do in there. I had to not let the outside noise into what my mission was in my lane in life.
Yeah.